Alex here from the Hyperspace Vault, and today we are at the Kentucky GI Joe Winterfest 2024 that took place just this last weekend, and what an awesome show. Here we're walking through the doors, and you can kind of get the layout of the place. A lot of booths set up with a lot of awesome stuff, not just GI Joe, but I mean, you can find a little bit of everything here, so it's a really cool show. I highly recommend it if you're in the area. They have 2 shows a year, one in the summer and one in the winter. And let's get started. Here we have some vintage GI Joe. I see a Tire Shark. It's like the Rattler, but they don't call that the Rattler because it's like the GI Joe version. Really cool. There's some Stingers on the table. Ram Cycles.
This place has all kinds of stuff too, not just GI Joe. You have Star Wars, Marvel, Transformers, DC.
Yeah, I mean, just all kinds of cool stuff. There's a Conquest, $80. Looks like it's pretty good shape. That's not too bad, I don't think. Oh, here's some Lunchboxes. Here's a Battlestar Galactica, and I was really kind of interested in this one. This one's really cool, the Black Hole Lunchbox. So I had to take a closer look at this one because I love the Black Hole, and look how cool that looks.
Vincent and Bob. Maximilian.
There's all the different artwork. There's where they're on the air car. There's some Mobat tank and the Wolverine that has all the missiles. It's really cool. Oh, a vintage collection Star Wars Sandcrawler. Still in the box. That looks really cool. I don't think I've ever seen one of those up close like that, or in the box. Here we have a vendor, Destro's Toy Den. He had a lot of cool stuff, a lot of GI Joe stuff. Here we have modern classified figures. So yeah, this show, you know, there's modern stuff and vintage stuff. You can find just about anything at this show, and then even, you know, just looking around is so cool. We did pick up a few things, and I will show you at the end of the video our haul from this show.
Sky Striker box back there.
Here's some 25th anniversary line stuff.
Pretty cool.
I really like the 25th anniversary line. The figures have a lot more articulation and more modern. It's a shame that that line, or you know, that line wasn't reintroduced like last year or a couple years ago when they did some 3.75 inch figures for a while. But now I don't think Hasbro's going to do any 3.75 inch figures. They've licensed the O-ring figures over to Super 7, which I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. I'm not really a fan of the Super 7 stuff because I think it's overpriced, and they were making like 5 POA figures for like $20.
Yeah. There's that big thing from
yeah, I guess in Japan or something they made the big Cobra thing from the it's like from the Mass Device miniseries. Those big Cobra animatronic.
Fortnite Snake Eyes. Pretty cheap way to get that great figure if you find it at Ollie's, because I think it was like, what, $15.99 or something like that?
Yeah. Originally a Pulse exclusive that was like sold out for forever. I mean, it was only available that first day they dropped it, and then it was sold out.
It was sold out for like a year and a half after that.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, back last fall, it shows up at Ollie's for $15. It's crazy. There's some stuff sealed in acrylic. Oh, and here we have the HasLab Hiss Cobra Commander. This is 6-inch scale figure.
I think this is the only stuff we saw, the only item we saw from the HasLab Hiss. I don't think anyone had an actual HasLab Hiss there. But there was tons of HasLab Sky Strikers, and there's some of the figures from it.
Yeah, If somebody had a hiss there, it probably sold early or first thing, I would say.
Yeah.
But we didn't see any. They were if they were there, they were already gone. Which I would say that it probably sold pretty quick. I would say. There's a lot of vintage boxes. Look at that. It looks so cool. That artwork is just amazing on those vintage boxes.
There's that con exclusive Snake Eyes. It's pretty cool. Some loose figures.
There's a retro release of Bumblebee.
Some more HasLab figures there. And some loose. That armored Cobra Commander.
Yeah, that's really cool. Oh, here we have the Cobra Terradome. 100% complete and $1,200. Looks really good shape too. Usually a lot of those are always discolored, like the plastic's discolored on them. That one looked really good. Nice assortment of GI Joe vehicles. A little bit of everything there. Another Tomahawk there. That one looks nice. Complete with box and decal sheet and everything. And there's a vintage Rattler with the box. Very nice.
It's pretty cool.
Here we have some small random vehicles. There's a Snowcat. Looks like it's in pretty good shape.
Sky Striker.
Some vintage Star Wars figures. Cobra Glider, that is the Viper. That is a rare find. You don't see those every day. They were just made of styrofoam, and they pretty much all got destroyed. There's the Killer Whale hovercraft. Looks like it's complete. They have the part of it disassembled there because some of those parts are real delicate, and I guess they didn't want it broken. The back where the propellers and stuff are. 2 bridge layers.
Some Transformers GI Joe stuff.
Tiger Rat. That's the name of the Tiger Force, what I call Rattler, but it's the GI Joe version of it. Later on in the line, they started swapping like different vehicles and stuff, and I didn't care for that all. I think the Rattler should be just Cobra. It shouldn't be a GI Joe plane too.
Yeah.
But you know, I think the early '90s, Hasbro started to. I guess they just started, reusing all these old modes and stuff, and started making Cobra vehicles, GI Joe vehicles, and GI Joe vehicles, Cobra vehicles. Oh, this is the toy department. They had a huge booth set up there with tons of vintage GI Joe. And this booth is Mecha Market. Not familiar with these guys as much. I don't remember seeing them there before, but they may have been there. There's another Cobra Pterodon. But they had a nice selection of figures and vehicles.
There's was that Soundwave?
Shockwave.
Shockwave transformed into a gun.
And there's a Starbird back there. Never had one of those, but I remember those being advertised and stuff. And I think a kid down the street had one of those. They're pretty cool. Little electronic ship. And there we have Vintage Collection Millennium Falcon.
That's pretty cool.
Don't know if it's the more recent release or the original release. Can't really tell. The recent release was called Smuggler's Run, I think, where you could...
It's from Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah. Oh, this is Miso's Game Room and Collectibles from Louisville, Kentucky. If you're in the area, pay them a visit. They're off of Hirschborn Lane. Awesome toy store with collectibles, all kinds of stuff.
So Dukes of Hazzard figures is pretty cool.
Okay. Oh yeah, this booth had the most expensive item we saw that day, $9,000 for a Star Wars Droids Boba Fett, still on card. That is amazing, $9,000.
Yeah, I didn't know they went for that much.
And here is another Droids one. That one's a droid. I don't think it was R2-D2. Here we have a USS Flag in a tub, disassembled. Didn't have a price on it, but that's the only flag we saw of the day. Usually we see several, at least one in the box, but that was the only one we saw.
I did see some parts for a few, like, just random, like, parts to it laying around in different booths.
This is Roma Collectibles out of Springfield, Ohio. They had a nice booth set up, and they had a box of loose 25th anniversary figures, which is figures I was looking for, and most of the loose ones were, vintage Joes. And so this was a rare kind of finding the 25th anniversary line with little figures bagged up. So I was kind of scouring through looking for one, or looking for some, and they had a nice booth set up with a little bit of everything. So here's a G.I. Joe headquarters, not the original release because it has that upper level to it, and it was like released back in the early 90s at some point. All right, so we're back from the G.I. Joe Winterfest, and here is our haul. Let's see here. We picked up Vintage Snowcat, and I absolutely love the Snowcat. it was one of my favorite vehicles. I never had that growing up, so I saw this one. It was really clean, really white. Looked like it was in really good shape. It was wrapped in a plastic bag kind of thing, like cellophane plastic. The seller said it was complete. It is pretty much complete. It is missing a headlight lens over here on the front side over there. But when I unwrapped it, one of the tracks was broken off. So I don't think that happened. I don't think the seller knew that it probably happened when they were packing it up or moving it around. So I'm going to get some glue and try to glue that back together. I already tried to glue it once, but it didn't hold. So I'm going to get some better glue. So I'll get this fixed up, and it'll be good as new, I think. But anyways, yeah, I did some cleaning on it. I've used some plastic polish on the windshield because the Snowcat windshields are always scratched because it came with this little windshield wiper right here. And got most of the scratches out of the windshield. And other than that, it's in almost perfect condition. Most of the time you see these because of the white, when they're, 40 years old, they're kind of dingy looking. And this one is just really crisp white and clean. And I was like, oh man, I've never had one before, so it was really cool. Then also we picked up this like Arctic or winter weather Cobra Commander. He has a coat on. And I'm not sure. I mean, I guess this cape belongs with him. I'm not really sure what line this figure's from. But I thought he looked pretty cool. So we picked him up. Got a good price on him. And then the final thing we picked up from Miso's Game Room and Collectibles, the new GI Joe Classified Mutt and Junkyard, which is just an awesome looking set. You can see there are a lot of parts and accessories with it. The dog looks really good. Mutt looks really good too. Yeah, I'm really can't wait to get that one opened up and put in our collection. So stay tuned on the channel. We might do a video on that one. We don't do a lot of classified videos, but this is a really cool set, so we might do a video on that. Alex, what was your favorite thing from the show?
Probably the Snowcat.
Yeah, it's really cool. Really cool toy.
Yeah, and just like the play features that were on like really all of these old G.I. Joe stuff. I mean, it's kind of outmatched, I mean, especially when you consider when you compare it to the toys today. Like there's nothing really like G.I. Joe today. I mean, at least how it was back then. Nothing. I mean, you don't go to the store and see stuff like this on the shelves, or see like a Sky Striker or like USS Flag.
Yeah, like nothing has those details today. Like there were so many details on these to make them kind of realistic, like this could be an actual vehicle in real life. And you have like panels you can pull off that reveal like the engine and stuff. And
yeah,
I always thought it was cool. These I don't know if you call them missiles or torpedoes on the side, and they're like on a ski. They're like on a ski thing here, so I guess they fire off the vehicle and then they just like go down the snow like they're on a little ski. I always thought that was cool. And then the colors, like with the white, and then you got this yellow goldish color. Just the whole thing just kind of pops. All right, guys. So let me set Cobra Commander back up here. Thank you for joining us on our video. We really had a blast at the GI Joe Winterfest. The next one I think is like July 30th or that last weekend in July at the same location in Shepherdsville at the conference center there. It's going to be much bigger in the summer. They said they're going to use 2 rooms. So that room that we were in, plus a room in the front that's pretty good size. So it ought to be a huge show this summer. And we'll bring you full coverage of that also, because it's a great show to go to. Lots of cool vendors there, and lots of people to meet and talk with, and just a lot of fun. So if you're in the area, I highly recommend it. All right, thank you for watching the video. Give this video a like, help our channel out, subscribe to the channel. Also, leave us a comment down below. Tell us if you were there at the show and if you picked up anything and what you saw. It was pretty cool. Maybe something we missed in our video. Thank you for watching. Alex, take us out.
Yo, Joe.